Hello, boys and girls and parents. This is Pastor Sam with a Bible hero. Our hero today is Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene. Now, we have lots of Marys in the Bible. Jesus' mom is named Mary, but Mary Magdalene is a very special lady, and I want to tell you a story about a very important time in Jesus' life, and our friend Mary was there for this time. Now, Mary looks a little bit sad. You can see she's got a little tear on her face. And I want to tell you why Mary is sad and what Jesus did to help our friend Mary. Now, this story takes place during Holy Week. That's the time during Palm Sunday when Jesus rides into Jerusalem. And on Maundy Thursday, he gives us the Lord's Supper, that's communion. And on Good Friday, Jesus dies. Jesus dies on Good Friday. All of Jesus' friends and followers and his good friend, Mary Magdalene, were very sad that Jesus had died. And Mary was one of the women who helped with Jesus' burial. And now on Sunday morning, Mary went to Jesus' tomb because they had to bury Jesus very quickly. They didn't have time to do a good burial. They had to just kind of stick him somewhere, and they were going to come back later and finish his burial. Mary was going to the tomb, and when she got there, she was kind of surprised. There was a big stone. You can see the stone kind of in the background. The stone was rolled away. You see this black area here? The stone was rolled away from the tomb. Now, in our picture, Jesus is there, but he wasn't there at first. Mary went to the door of the tomb, and she looked in because she was expecting to find a dead Jesus, and she didn't see anything. And now Mary was sad too. She thought that somebody had come and had rolled away this big heavy stone and that somebody had stolen Jesus' body. That's such a weird thing to do. Mary was very sad, and she started to cry. And Mary turned around, and somebody walked up to Mary. Mary was still crying, and she looked up, and she could kind of see through her crying, tear-filled face. Oh, it's a person. Person, where did Jesus' body go? I want to come, and I want to finish burying Jesus' body. Now, the person who walked up to Mary was Jesus. But Mary didn't realize that it was Jesus. And Jesus asked her, "What are you looking for?" And her eyes were still all full of crying. And she said, "Oh, I'm looking for Jesus' body. Do you know where it is?" And Jesus looked at her and said, "Mary." And now Mary was happy and good surprised. And she looked up and she saw the person standing in front of her, and it was Jesus. And she realized that it was Jesus, and she was very, very happy to see Jesus. And Jesus wasn't dead, he was alive. That's the thing that we remember on Easter. Jesus rose from the dead. And Mary, our good friend Mary, was there on that morning, on the first Easter morning, and she got to see Jesus risen from the dead. That's a wonderful thing to see. And we remember Jesus rising from the dead on Easter. And we even remember him rising from the dead on every Sunday, because every Sunday happens on Sunday and helps us to remember Jesus rising from the dead. So we're going to pray. We're going to thank God for Easter Sunday. You repeat after me. Dear God, thank you for your Son who rose on Easter Day. Amen. Thank you for coming and hearing my story about our good friend Mary. She was very sad, and when she saw Jesus, She knew something, and she was happy. Just like we are happy and glad when we are remembering and hearing about Jesus. I will see you next time. God's peace be with you.